Welcome to this session of energy conservation and management. Myself, Anirban Sarkar, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department of JIS College of Engineering, Kolkata. We are discussing the module 3, that is total energy concept, CHP cycles and their applications. Today's session we will discuss about cogeneration with steam turbine cycle. Learning outcome: understand the performance and optimal design criteria for steam turbine cogeneration cycle. So first of all, introduction of cogeneration with steam turbine cycle. The steam turbine based cogeneration is the oldest and most prevalent in our country. The factors considered for choosing of steam turbine for different applications are reliability, variable speed operation, and possibility of energy savings. Besides power generation, the steam turbines are used as prime movers for many process equipment such as pumps, fans, blowers, and compressors. It is generally preferred to keep steam turbine driven equipment for running critical service where power tripping may cause serious problems. For the continuous process plants requiring energy in the form of power and steam is more or less same quantum, that is ratio of power and heat generation is around 1. The steam turbine based cogeneration is an ideal solution to optimize the cogeneration system for energy savings in economy. The electrical efficiency of industrial duty steam turbine generators varies over a wide range depending on whether the steam turbine is extraction cum condensing type or back pressure type. However, it is feasible to achieve significantly high level of overall system efficiency, more than 80%, through optimum use of heat energy available in extraction steam or back pressure exhaust steam. Thus, by utilizing energy available in fuel first to generate electric power and then as steam, that principal concept of cogeneration is satisfied to great extent. For the plant having frequent power as well as steam load fluctuations, the steam turbine offers the best solution for energy savings, as the load variation on steam turbine would not significantly affect the heat rate. If fluctuation for power and steam would go hand in hand, the best performance would be available from this system. In case there is fluctuating steam load with more or less constant power load, some steam may go to waste, which may marginally decreases overall cogeneration efficiency. The steam turbine based cogeneration plant consists of a steam turbine generator of back pressure, extraction cum back pressure, or extraction cum condensing type in accordance with requirement of steam for the process plant, and a steam generator or boiler fired with conventional fuels such as coal, lignite, fuel oil, natural gas, etc., or non-conventional fuels such as bagasse, rice husk, etc. Single-stage steam turbines are used where the power requirement is low, and multi-stage steam turbines are used for meeting high power requirement. Now, here is shown that is two type of steam turbine, that is one is back pressure type and another is extraction condensing type. Two type of steam turbines most widely used are back pressure and extraction type. Another variation of steam turbine topping cycle cogeneration system is extraction back pressure turbine that can be employed where end user need thermal energy at two different temperature levels. The full condensing steam turbines are usually incorporated at sites where heat rejected from the process is used to generate power. The specific advantage of using steam turbine in comparison with other prime movers is the option for using a wide variety of conventional as well as alternative fuels such as coal, natural gas, fuel oil, and biomass. The power generation efficiency of the demand for electricity is greater than 1 megawatt up to a few hundred of megawatt. Due to the system inertia, the operation is not suitable for sites with intermittent energy demand. Now, performance of steam turbines. Performance of steam turbines is expressed in terms of theoretical steam rate and actual steam rate, which is the quantity of heat in kilojoule required to generate 1 kilowatt hour of electric power. Theoretical steam rate and actual steam rate, that is denoted as TSR and ASR respectively. The TSR and ASR can be determined from the power generation and the steam input log data. Efficiency of steam turbine is directly proportional to the steam pressure draw through the turbine. That is, greater the steam pressure drop, greater will be the power output. A reduction in steam turbine exhaust steam pressure results into more power generation than an increase in pressure of steam at turbine inlet. Following technical factors may be noted in this regard. Number one, specific steam consumption depends on absolute pressure ratio of the turbine. Number two, back pressure steam turbines are providing better thermal efficiency in the range of 70 to 85%. Number three, extraction cum condensing or back pressure steam turbines are commonly installed for total generation scheme due to their excellent flexibility to meet power requirement coupled with the steam requirement at different levels. Such systems achieve thermal efficiency in the range of 50 to 75%. Condensing steam turbine. Number 4. Condensing steam turbine works at low thermal efficiency between 15 to 35% due to wastage of substantial useful heat in condensing of the steam. Next is practice for optimizing steam turbine performance. The steam turbine operated in the following mode would provide the optimum performance. First of all, in design stage. In the continuous process industry, the demand of steam are generally very specific for a given processes and the capacity of the plant envisaged. The steam flow, pressure and temperature levels are directed by the equipment at the consumption point. Hence, the pressure levels required for the steam turbine are fixed for extraction or extraction back pressure. At the design stage of the system, the process steam demand and power demand should be integrated. Either electrical power or power for mechanical drive applications in the best possible manner. In a steam turbine, keeping in view of consideration for high basic efficiency, ideal solution is a back pressure steam turbine. If the steam demand is such that less power is produced than the plant requirement, a condensing portion will have to be considered along with extraction. This would result in lower efficiency but would attain desired balance of power and steam requirement. Next is plant operation stage. So first of all, in this plant operation stage, first of all, best operational mode. Power or heat operated depending on the total power load of the industry. Number of steam turbine are arranged on the line so that one or more steam turbine can be operated according to demand of power. With such philosophy of operation, it is possible to run the turbines close to the optimal operating range. Next is steam condition. Decentralization cogeneration power plant of low and medium output in the range of 1 to 10 megawatt can be considered. Input steam conditions may be fixed between 30 to 70 bar, and live steam temperature may be fixed between 400 to 500 degree centigrade to obtain desired steam turbine performance. Number 3, steam quality. Maintaining of steam quality injected into a steam turbine as the specified parameter is one of the vital factors for performance of equipment. Steam quality depends on quantity or quality of demineralized water, that is DM water, and boiler feed water sent to the boiler. Online monitoring steam conductivity is must as a part of instrumentation, which provides the data whether any impurity is going to the turbine. Normally, steam and water samples are collected at least once in 8 hours and analyzed to ascertain the quality. Next is number 4, control for steam turbine. Control for steam turbine can be achieved through the following optimal facilities. A throttle valve in front of the steam turbine may be installed through which steam pressure of flow leading from the steam line to the individual turbine as well as their output would be controlled. A nozzle group control may be provided in the individual turbine, which would permit individual nozzles before the first blade wheel to switch in or off to control the mass flow rate of the other stages as well as to regulate the output. Number 5, monitoring of steam turbine. Continuous or online monitoring of following parameters would be vital to avoid fall in the steam turbine performance. Monitoring of conductivity of steam to ensure silica content in steam, as silica would deposit on the blades to adversely affect the output. Monitoring of axial differential expansion, vibration, etc. must be carried out using suitable microprocessor based instrumentation. Monitoring of lube oil circulation in bearing along with continuous cleaning of lube oil through centrifuge is very important. Number 3, plant maintenance stage. Generally, the periodic preventive maintenance of steam turbine is carried out as follows. Inspection of steam turbines and steam pipelines may be carried out at least once a week for observing irregularities, though inspection and overhauling may be distorted to every 5 years. These are the references. Thank you for joining this session.